this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fast Guard News. I'm Dwight Gibson,
I'm Roderick Payne.
and today's topic of discussion is home surveillance. So, a lot of individuals, may live in an HOA, but for those individuals that don't live in an HOA, even if they have a house alarm, you know, talk about what we offer from a home surveillance standpoint. Like, what is it? What is
Well,
home
first I want to
surveillance
talk
from
about
Fast Guard Service?
first I want to talk about a friend of ours lives in an HOA and just got robbed. They broke in, stole a car right out in front of their house in a gated community. So I don't think that when you're dealing with theft and you're dealing with individuals who want to steal, people never steal in the area where they are. So if you think lowly of people that break into other people's property and take stuff, then they're not going to steal in their neighborhoods. They're going to come to yours. They're going to come to a gated community. They're going to come to something a little bit nicer. I'm surprised that nobody really bought it into life yet, but we do security contracts and security services around the nation, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, for companies. And so many of those companies is not ran by automation, it's ran by people. So they know that we provide that service to corporate clients. But now, like, when you think about it, it's like, well, how come nobody ever offered to deliver that same quality of service to individuals? And that's essentially what needs to be done. You want to, if you have a home, like people bought Ring, I guess that's a way that maybe some people thought the innovation would change things, but just like people found out in the commercial sector, cameras alone just won't get the job done. You need a physical person to be kind of checking on things, especially if something has already happened. If something's already happened, you want to ease your fears, you want to put your family at ease, and you want to try to move forward with your life and not be like nervous all the time. But if nothing has happened or something happened down the block, the cameras are great. People went and got the big name cameras. They got monitoring. They got, even ADT, all of the big alarm companies do monitoring. But the reality of it is that it's still reactive, and it's still a situation that is not creating a deterrence other than it's a camera. Can I walk around where the camera can't see me? Yeah. Can I do all kind of technology things, hack the camera? Yeah, it can be done. If I cut the internet, does the camera go out? Not the Fast Guard camera, because it's got its own 4G, but most cameras, they're on your router. So criminals know their way around this technology. You're not doing anything new. What we're talking about is something new, having an individual go during certain times of the evening or even stay for certain times of the evening, providing like a commercial type security guard service to an individual at their home. That's next level. And I think that when we talk about these things, I think it's so common sense that it works. It's already working on a small scale, but when everybody learns that I can have a guard come to my house and I can order it on the app and I can see when the guard's showing up, that's almost like...
So you went over the broad strokes. Now let's get a little bit more detailed. So essentially what this would be is like...
Okay, the home monitoring is going to consist of an actual security guard stopping by your home. That's the real big difference. It's you're going to choose time, day, night, evening, late night, whatever. You want the guard to stop by your house one time per day, every day of the month, on schedule or whatever schedule you set. If it's random, it's random. But you want somebody to stop by, check out your home, not just, stop by and ride by taking a picture. Like, stop, pull in your driveway, maybe walk around the house, look around, spend a few minutes there.
So a person can leave some detailed instructions like, okay, when you're checking on 855 Cranberry Street, please make sure the rear gate is locked. Make sure that the patio door isn't open and that the perimeter windows are closed and not broken.
Correct.
And he'll pass by at the
That's his
designated
checklist.
time, check those items. Okay.
Yeah, that's his checklist. You tell them what you want done at your home. They come. Okay, doors, windows, everything looks. The gates closed. Everything looks correct. they leave. They go, about to the next location.
All right. So with that being said, how how is it done? Like, because that sounds complicated. So how is the home surveillance accomplished?
Well, with advances in technology and infrastructure that, we've taken time to write out the logic, get it created, and now we have it on the streets. Our proprietary FastGuard app and the operating system that we have the back end and admin running under allows us to schedule these tasks, allows the guard to go and handle the task, and allows the customer to see the task being handled pretty much in real time on their app.
So they'll get a notification, guard has arrived at your home. And then they can look on the app and see the guard's location?
Correct. Think of it like, you remember those things in bathrooms that says bathroom last clean and it has the date and it has a signature? Think of it like a sign-in sheet like that for your home.
Okay.
Hey, we stopped by. This who stopped by. This is what they noticed, or all clear, and you're all set. Now, say in a scenario where you're going to be out of town, maybe you're going out of the country for 30 days. You want somebody to stop by, take the mail out the box, put it in your back by your patio door or something. You want those specific instructions. We can have that done as well. Amazon packages. If you got somebody stopping by every day, then every day they can clear them out. Remember, the criminals are looking for an opportunity. So if I see overgrown grass, a bunch of packages out front, gates left open, things of that nature, I'm going to come. If I say if there's something that's going on there in the yard, like something that blew over there, like a big trash bag, and you see that big trash bag over there for days at a time, our guards doing their walk around, hey, notice this, just want to let you know that this and this is going out. If you want it taken care of, if you want us to, the garbage cans blew over, you want us to put them back, like, we can do certain tasks like that for a homeowner. I think that would be super advantageous, just to keep that perception that, somebody's there. You watched the trash can fall yesterday. It was picked up overnight. Like, it's not just a vacant location, because squatter rules nationwide have put people in a bind.
Right.
And remember that last, I'm not going to say the client's name, but the last client that called and we had to go meet with law enforcement on their behalf because somebody was living in their house. And law enforcement really didn't want to do it.
Right.
So once a person gets in there and they're squatting and they've been in there and they got mail coming, you could be in a world of trouble. So we deter it.
All right. So being talking about people's homes, and they may or may not be home during the guards check, who are we sending to people's homes? Like, what type of individual can we expect to show up when they show up?
Licensed, trained, background check, security professionals. Like,
So not like the person you hop in the car with on the ride share service, so you don't know who they are.
No, we've seen the nightmares that happen with the ride share, and that's part of the reason it happens. Like, they got a Mickey Mouse background check, and they're putting people in the car. Like, I've gotten to some ride shares and fell asleep and then woke up in complete terror. Like, this person could have drove me off the road. They could have went to sleep too.
Yeah.
So, and in some cases they have. In some cases, they rape people. They've stolen people's stuff. The lady the other day pulled a gun on a guy, on two young ladies. She was recording. I told you I don't want to record me. Get out of my car. Life put in jeopardy. It easily squeeze the trigger. Boom, it's over. In a ride share, you don't know who these individuals are. So, no, you're getting somebody that is bona fide, that has been thoroughly checked on behalf of FastGuard, because everybody doesn't make the cut.
Right.
We got 100 guards calling every day from all over the country. Everybody's not part of the app. Only those selected few, the ones that can pass the background, the one that know security. We're not hiring a bunch of rookies that don't know how to tie their shoes. We want people that have been in the business or have a generalized understanding of the business. So these are people that we've also taken through our personalized training on, they're going to be courteous. They're going to be mindful that this is your home. So, you don't want like, the weirdest things that I see is like some of these guys delivering for companies that deliver to your house, and they got like headphones on, or they're on a very loud phone call, and they're walking up to your house and they're like, I told you that I wasn't coming. And you're in the house behind the shades like this. Like, that's unprofessional to me. or if a person's delivering something to your home and they're putting it like behind the gate and they sit back there and they do unprofessional stuff like smoke a cigarette. Like, we don't want our guards doing that. We don't allow our guards to do that. And you don't want people in your house doing that. So we try to keep all of that in mind when we're training our guards and issuing our guards credentials in order to come and do this drive-by service tour.
All right. So when will these drive-by check-ins take place?
You choose the frequency. So the client, if the client wants, say every morning at 6 a.m. when the client is leaving for work, they want somebody coming around that time. They think that something might happen around that time. They'll come at that time. Say if...
But you give a window, though. So, like...
Yeah, say if the kids are home for summer.
Like, I believe it was 4-hour blocks.
Correct.
So, like 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., 10 a.m.
Correct. Somebody will show... Okay. Yeah, so you got the kids at home during the summer. You want somebody to just pass by the house, make sure everything's copacetic. You know, you set a time, you come by at 12, make sure that everything's locked up. You'll see the kids in the house, this and that. We're sending a professional over there. That's a security job. So this is like really revolutionary when it comes to like how security guarding is sold. Like only commercial clients ever really use licensed security guards. When the Fast Guard app first came out, I believe the original idea was to be like a ride share with security guards. And then probably around like 2019, I seen that wasn't really in high demand. I found out that people prefer pricing over who's actually driving them. Because think about who's actually driving you in a taxi cab. You don't know. So I seen that wasn't going to be a real big thing. And now I see quite a few people have gotten in that lane since then. And it's like that's not what we want to go after. This is real management, communication. Like, this acts as the liaison between the security guards and the actual client. And then we kind of stand in the middle and manage the whole deal.
So this service is available 24 hours a day. What if someone wants you to come between the hours of 12 a.m. and 4 a.m.?
24 hours, whenever you want it. Because we have guards doing routes 24 hours a day. So they're always in the street. If your house is on the route, they read the directions on what to do when they get to your home. This idea comes from when I was in law enforcement. We had something called house checks. Fairly simple, straight to the point. And with the house checks, they would make us as a police officer go, walk the property. Some people had cameras. And if you falsify a worksheet as a law enforcement officer, it's felony. So you have to go actually walk the house. They might say, check the back shed, make sure it's still locked. You actually physically check it. And then you would come back to the station and you would fill out at the end of your shifts, not only on your worksheet that you went to these locations, but then they got a house check log. It's old school on paper. And you fold them up, went by this address, this is what you seen, went by this address. And all of this stuff can be subpoenaed. You know, if you say you're here and you went by this house at this exact time and you put it on your worksheet, if somebody died as a result of you not being available, they're going to come back and look at all of that. So vice versa, when the client comes back from out of town or like in some people in our city, people would pass away and the houses would just be vacant. So they want somebody to go check the house every day going forward. And they would, you know, there's a charge associated with it. What's the frequency? I was like, oh, okay, that's a great idea. So, you know, law enforcement helps out in a lot of ways. That's one major way law enforcement is, you know, kind of help create an idea here and really offer something that there's not enough police officers in the world to service every single household, but there are quite a bit of security guards.
All right. So why then would a homeowner want to utilize this service? A homeowner or a renter? Why would they want to utilize this service?
Man, there's a bunch of reasons. Think about people that have had stuff stolen off of their porch, right? They know they're going out of town or they're going to be gone for the weekend. They know a package is going to come. Can somebody please just come throw it over the gate, right? Every night, somebody's been coming around vandalizing my car. We don't know what time it's occurring, but we think it was between 12 and 4. We have a guard pass by between the time. Not a guarantee that you're going to catch anything, but at least if a person's out there thinking about doing something criminal and they see the guard come pass by, they don't know where the guard's at. My house is going to be vacant. I'm going out of town. It's last minute, but I'm going to be out of town for like 30 days to 6 months. I don't want my mail to stack up. I stopped my newspaper, but we can't stop the mail. And so we want the house visited every day. You want to check the front and the back door, put all the mail at the back door. Whatever the case. These are all situations when people aren't home or you work overnight. Your children of age, 12, 13, whatever the law is, are at home watching other children, your other kids. So there's 4 kids at the house. I just want to have somebody stop by and check in on them. You have to do nothing else but come and knock on the door, have them look through the window and wave that everything's okay, and then you leave. Like, all of these are different situations that we can assist in. Like, there's a lot of kids out there staying by themselves with nobody to come check on them. And maybe their mom or dad is working fairly far away, maybe sometimes over an hour. Right. And people got to do what they got to do to stay working. We're not encouraging anybody to leave their kids by themselves. But the reality is it happens. So having that extra security pass by, this is why a lot of the gated communities, even though they're gated like a castle, they still got security guards inside the community patrolling.
But they're not doing this level of personalized service.
No, it's generalized areas, right? Pool, parks, they're going to pass by, make sure.
Most of them are on the golf cart looking at their phones and just driving around the neighborhood. Wasting golf cart battery and gas.
And this is that personalized service again. You know, the part of the reason for the app is like we want to be convenient for business people. And they off work, they don't want to talk to us. They're gonna need all this information in the morning. It goes out via email, but they also have it in the app. They can look at it and provide valuable answers to questions that their superiors might have. Also, with the home checks. It's just another solution that people are going to utilize because it's convenient. I wish, like, I go out of town quite a bit. You go out of town quite a bit. Pass by. My wife and kids are at the house, or all of us are gone, and there's nobody at the house. Pass by, pull up in the driveway. We want you to walk through the south gate, come out of the north gate every day. Do it in the middle of the afternoon. I want the whole world to see that somebody's stopping by, checking. So it's not going to be anything that's not noticed at the house. Nothing's going to be left out of place, and the guard's just not going to notice. Okay. So personalized service for the neighborhood.
So are there some things that the guard won't do? Like, will the guard go in the home if the homeowner requests him to go inside the home?
I wouldn't, because the guard's on a rotation. If that's something that's a special thing, then there's going to be a price associated with that, but it could be done. Oh, open my door. There's a key in the rock hider up under the thing. Open the door and put the mail inside. That may be a request. I could say to the security guard, do that, but again, we want to keep it very limited, and we never want a guard to enter an occupied space. So if somebody's there, then we say no to opening the doors or doing anything. If there's an animal there, we say no because, the animal could escape. It could be a situation like that.
What if there's a situation where someone has an elderly individual and they want the guard to pass by to make sure that they, I don't know, got their food or took their medicine?
That's more of a home health care aid, but but believe it or not, it was people in the city that I was with, like, listen, come to the house. Hey, what's up? It's listed in there. Stop by her house at one point during your shift. It was the mayor's mom that lived in the city. That the mayor retired and passed away, and his mom was still alive. And it was like every day during the shift, between 9 and 5. Pass by this lady's house, say hello to her. And she always come out, talk. Sometimes she got like cookies and stuff to give. But yeah, they need that. Think of some people, they don't have anybody left in the world. They're by themselves. Or they don't have anybody in the immediate area. Having somebody come and check on them, I think is a good idea. Having a licensed security guard come and check on them is an even better idea. Okay. At least they feel like they got somebody to call on.
So one thing we didn't mention, and we were saving it for last, so if someone signs up for the service, what are one of the perks that they get free of charge?
You get a camera. I want to be kind of hesitant on saying that because this is about to get expensive. This is when the people are going to be like, yeah, I want the service. I got 10 houses. But
so what kind of camera is it?
It's the Fast Guard Cam, PTZ, rolls around 360 degrees, has the solar panel, has 4G card in it. 4G card, so there's no cutting the internet here or doing anything. The car, it runs by itself. It's a self-contained unit. It doesn't need battery charging. It doesn't take a whole lot of wires. 4 screws, and you're done. If you need us to come install it, there's a price for that. But it's so simple. You put it up. We'll give you some suggestions. If you call in and say, where should I put the camera? Well, we would suggest putting it at the front of your house because of this, this, and this. We'd put it right in the middle so we can see both sides, and we'll give you our suggestion. But
you can also talk. There's two-way communication with the camera through the app.
Correct.
And then you can also get notifications when there's movement. So if the guard is coming to do a check,
you'll see it on the camera.
And you remember, I need him to check the back gate. Before the guard leaves, you can have him go to the camera and communicate with you prior to heading out to make sure everything's all good.
Excellent use. Then also, remember, the camera's yours. So even though you only have the security guard stopping by once per day, you got 24 hours right in your hand that you could communicate with. Hey, don't come in my yard. I'm inside. I want to call the police.
Right.
Or call the police. You see somebody break in. So it kind of gives you the full autonomy. I know that a lot of other companies try to do this. I know some companies even that sell you cameras there, we monitor and all this stuff.
Right.
The reality is we offer those services if need be. But the reality is the cameras are going to work in conjunction with the guards and the Fast Guard app. Eventually, there will be a situation where all three work together. They're all part of the same organism. And when the guards come by, they'll do part of their check-in speaking to you on the camera. So call now. We only have a limited amount. It's only for the first 1,000 customers. The cameras are $250 value, $250 a pop.
That you
plus
get
taxes.
Absolutely for free.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about it.
Can I sign up?
Huh?
Can I sign up?
You work here. I think you already got a camera at your house. But, yeah, man, we got them. They're for free, only for a limited time. First 1,000 customers. You'll be issued a number when you call so that everybody knows how close we're getting. Tell a friend to tell a friend. With the service, if you bring 5 people, like if you're the first one in your neighborhood and you tell 5 other neighbors, your service is for free. We'll give you a month free service. So, I mean, you can't beat that. I think that there's a big opportunity here. Personalized service is huge. Breaking up the price like that between neighbors, like, man, it's 10 of us on this cul-de-sac. We want them to come check every single house on this cul-de-sac. Can we get a group deal? We'll figure it out. Give us a call.
So give us a call at 844-254-8273 for pricing on the home monitoring service. You can reach us online at www.fastguardservice.com. And we hope to hear from you soon. And thank you and have a great day.
Have a nice one.